Scrum values are the spirit of Scrum. It breathes life into the Scrum body. Without it, the way of using Scrum becomes mechanical. As a basic concept, values are our field to play the life game. On the other hand, attitude is the composition of our way of thinking, feeling, and acting. It defines our beingness. I believe attitude and Scrum values are our playgrounds, interconnected and close to each other. In fact, attitude is the bigger playground and a container for Scrum values. So, if we want to get the deep meaning of Scrum values, we need to investigate the attitude concept as well. In this video, I will elaborate on how we can live Scrum values in the field of attitude. The high-level adherence to the Scrum values should be seen in our knowingness and beingness. So follow me to go through Scrum values one by one and see how we can live them in the attitude playground. Based on the Scrum Guide, when the Scrum values are embodied by the Scrum team and the people they work with, empiricism comes to life, building trust. But trust is an effect, not a cause. Cause is your way of being. You need to develop a professional attitude that helps you adhere to the Scrum values. Then the trust effect will naturally happen. Let's get started with the first value, commitment. The Scrum Guide says the Scrum team commits to achieving its goals and to supporting each other. In fact, commitment is a mental state where you own the work and are ready to do whatever your goal demands, no matter what. Kent Blanchard said, there is a difference between interest and commitment. When you are interested in something, you do it only when it is convenient. When you are committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. Commitment starts with a definite decision. Your intention is to achieve your goal. So, proactiveness is your beingness. To do so, you need to define your standards. Standards are our minimum acceptance criteria, boundaries. Your standard is your DNA to success. So, you need to sit and consciously think about defining your standards. They shape your behavior and support your commitment. Let me give you two examples of standards. First, I am highly disciplined and do my work with high momentum. Second, I don't start a new task until I finish the current one. Moreover, you leave the love impression of increase, meaning you leave every single person better off than you found them. Plus, you developed a give mindset instead of a take mindset. Truly successful people always put tons of good to the outside world without expecting anything in return. It doesn't mean they will not get anything back, but they believe it's not their work, it is the universe's work. With this mindset, they activate attraction of whatever they need to achieve goals. In a Scrum, commitment is a dedication to delivering value, quality, working toward the sprint and product goals, and using empiricism. But at what level do you live commitment? I want you to up the game by developing a decent level of commitment. Believe me, it is a game changer. The second value is focus. The Scrum Guide says the Scrum team focuses on the work of the sprint to make the best possible progress toward its goals. It is the usage of your will higher faculty. In fact, we have 6 higher faculties: imagination, reasoning, will, perception, memory, and intuition. These are our differences with the animal kingdom. Will higher faculty is the mental power of concentrating your energy on an idea. If you use it properly, the laser beam compared to it is just a toy. So you need to develop your will higher faculty to be highly concentrated. With this way of thinking, you see every day as day one. It is your masterpiece. Every day you wake up with the intention of creating the best day of your life and you want to beat your record of yesterday. You use your daytime wisely. You have epic hours. You create a standard of doing the work in 30, 60, and 90-minute time boxes. In those time boxes, you put your best with focus to get the work done, all the work that is required to achieve your goals. Think of it for a moment. With this level of focus, you can do whatever your goals demand. But again, you need to consciously work on it and develop it to a decent level. Finally, it will be a part of your professional attitude. The third value is openness. The Scrum Guide says the Scrum team and its stakeholders are open about the work and the challenges. You know, we hear with our ears but listen with our emotions and heart. When we hear, we just want to reply, but when we listen, we want to understand. It is another mental state and a part of your attitude. It supports the transparency pillar of empiricism. Whenever you truly listen, people get it, feel better, and empowered to share all parts of their message. It leads to a gentle flow of information circulation. The real growth comes from being vulnerable. So ask yourself, am I really vulnerable to experiencing high openness? If your answer is no, you need to work on it. Bear in mind that our life is the result of the confrontation of invisible forces like fear, hope, focus, worry, discipline, openness, and many others. They are not physical or visible, but have a big effect on our lives. The more you feed the positive invisible forces, the more constructive attitude you build. Under the openness umbrella, feedback is a flashlight illuminating the steps ahead and keeping you safe. So be neutral about feedback, not defend yourself. When you are defending, you send a contradictory message that you are not open, and people clearly get this message and their way of interaction with you will change. Openness creates a clean road to your goals. So put great effort into it and remove all stones and barriers from your goals road. Then you can see how effortlessly you can move forward to your goals. Number 4 is respect. A Scrum Guide says Scrum team members respect each other to be capable, independent people and are respected as such by the people with whom they work. The essence of the world is for expansion and growth. It is the nature's way. It doesn't know any failure. It is all generous. Think of an apple seed. You know how many seeds an apple has, but you don't know how many apples a seed can produce when it becomes an apple tree. So be generous. Why? Because based on the law of cause and effect, which is the law of laws, every action has a reaction without exception. Therefore, if you respect others, you will see respect as its reaction. You should be willing to give instead of get. You don't need to worry about get. Get will take care of itself. You need to have a genuine intention of helping others grow and be capable. Again, it should be genuine, not fake, because people easily recognize fake or genuine behavior. You respect diversity, background, knowledge, and experience in your team. You know, respect is contagious. The more respect you put out, the more respect flourishes in your team. So, radiate respect all the time. Set it as part of your beingness. It brings synergy, causing collective growth for all members. Last but not least, respect causes calmness in the team, creating real happiness. So make a definite decision that from now on, you leave the respect with your new level of awareness. Then see how your team's dynamic will change. The last value is courage. Scrum Guide says the Scrum team members have the courage to do the right thing, to work on tough problems. Courage is the jet fuel in your back to push you forward to your goals. The cave that you are scared to go in holds the treasure that you seek. It is your boosted force to overcome the inertia at the beginning of taking actions. For tough problems, just do the work. Done work gives you the power to do the next work. When you show true courage, you naturally get a leadership position in the minds of your colleagues. The result is that they start trusting you. It is a powerful, invisible force. Intentionally work on goal-achieving activities, regardless of whether they are easy or tough. If you don't take risks, you will not experience real growth. Be courageous to go to the unknown world because it is where the magic happens. Also, take full ownership of the work, make decisions, and change direction if needed. As we are living in an ever-changing and complex world, we should be willing to walk before we see the way. It needs courage. If you show true courage, the whole universe starts showing you the way. Indeed, as you start to walk on the way by courage, the way appears. Be convenient with inconvenience. And finally, be decisive over waiting for permission, and put courage as one of the strongest pillars of your professional attitude. Up to now, I have talked about 5 Scrum values and how they are related to the professional attitude. However, based on my experience, I believe we should add one more value to the list, giving us an opportunity to implement them in reality. It is discipline. It may seem a simple word, but it isn't. Discipline transforms you into a mental state to show other values in your behavior. Behind it, you have the meaning of repetition and consistency. Discipline is the control of your mind to dictate it to take action on whatever you want. Discipline has 3 parts. First, awareness. You know what you need to do to move toward your goals, so you don't spend your time on non-goal achieving activities. Second, self-control. You have control of yourself, so you can easily command yourself to do things, even things that you don't like to do. And third, action. The time you become aware of the need for an action and the moment you implement that action are the same. The opposite of this part is procrastination. In short, we can call it do it now. Bear in mind that motivation gets you started, but it is the discipline that takes you to the finish line. You need to develop this marvelous ability with a significant amount of practice, so start building it with a committed decision. In the end, all the values that I have just elaborated on are parts of your attitude to shape your beingness. Just for your information, there are 4 levels of beingness. First, passive beingness, where the person comes from victimhood. They blame everything and don't take responsibility for their results. Second, normal beingness, where many people live here. They don't have big achievements, but are careful not to lose. Third, active beingness. They have goals and create good results, but they still don't use their infinite potential. Fourth, peak performing beingness. These people are aware of the creation process and they set up their process to win. Their dominant thinking is to always get stretched. They are the ones who get extraordinary results. In fact, they live with a professional attitude. For more information about various levels of beingness, watch my video about it on my YouTube channel. The main point of this video was to show you how to build a professional attitude, helping you transform your beingness to the peak performing level. So you can use Scrum values in various levels based on the depth you give them. But if you want to use them at a decent level, you need to work on yourself deeply. The result is your well-structured attitude leading you to build a goal-achieving identity. It is not a one-night work, but a journey. Keep in mind, building a professional attitude starts with a definite decision. So, make it.